legends, hope all is well. This is 5.5 years of ownership for this Brass Monkey 138 litre upright fridge freezer. Now she runs on 12 volt, 24 volt. Look, I've done videos on this fridge. This is just to tell you how this fridge has been performing after 5.5 years. And there it is there. I picked it up from J-Car. Well, I got it delivered. I purchased it online and got delivered from J-Car. And straight up, look, this thing has been performing fabulous. I originally bought this with the intention of putting it into a camper build, but that went pear-shaped. I ended up getting a smaller fridge. But look, this is not suitable for a camper, okay? I don't think it is, because there's no mounting points to put it into a camper, right? And also it's got the glass shelves, so I don't know how you're gonna go, you know, if you go on off-roading trips, I don't think it'll hold up to anything, any sort of trip like that. So pretty much if you want to run this in a camper van, you will have to make your own brackets. Okay, so look, I don't know how you're going to do that. You're going to have to put some holes in it somewhere up the top. Now, it's a risk because you've got to watch these lines that go up and down this fridge, the cooling lines. So I've got no idea where they go, and there's no screws to mount any brackets on the back of the fridge. So I don't know how you're going to go there. Down the bottom, you're fine. Like you can remove these screws to mount it. But anyway, look, you won't get it into a van. So I wouldn't recommend putting this into a van. Okay, performance after 5+ years. Now, what really matters, it keeps your drinks cold. It's been reliable, it's been consistent, okay? Once a year, I found you gotta defrost it because a lot of frost builds up in the freezer. So once a year, take everything out, let it defrost, and get it up and running again. It is not frost free. Okay, and also I found when you have your drinks up right against that back wall, they tend to freeze up. So you just got to keep them off. Oh, here you go. I'll give you an example here. Here we go. I've had a drink explode. Here you go. Here's a classic example. Look at that. That one has exploded, or one of them has, but that's, yeah, it's been up against the back wall, and it's actually, yeah, that one's exploded. So that's what happens when you put them up against the back wall there, especially soft drinks. The beer, it doesn't matter, so, hey, the main thing is, the beer's not affected. The beer is fine. But yeah, that back wall, as you can see there, you can see the Coke has actually exploded on that back wall there. So just keep your cans off that back wall. Probably put the water bottles up against there, but not the soft drink, because they will explode. That one hasn't, thankfully. But yeah, the Coke went off, but that's okay. So other than that, it hasn't missed a beat. Now, it has got some cosmetic damage, like these door rails broke. So I put it in some cardboard, wrapped it, taped it up, just to hold my bottles in. Look, it doesn't look good, but it serves purpose. That's what it's meant to look like, that bottom rail. So pretty much I think it's been damaged from putting in, I think, the cans. It'll take these small cruiser bottle types, no problem, but once you go to cans, so you've got stubbies, holds them. But once you put cans in, it's sort of a bit big, and that's been expanding, and it's broken over the years. Yeah, cosmetic damage down there. But look, it works, okay? At the end of the day, it works. The fridge was turned up a bit high. So I found having it on around 5 is a good setting. This was on 6, and that's what's made the drinks explode at the back there. But anyway, just a bit of a heads up on that. So yeah, look, you plug it in, it gets cold. That's the dream, that's all you want. Okay, at the end of the day, that's all you need. And all the cosmetic damage is from my error. So that's nothing to do with the fridge. That's all from me getting abused, getting used. Now I did put up on a post just before Christmas, they had a sale on these, and I was thinking of doing a review on this fridge at the time, and I thought, Jesus, what a good time to buy the fridge. It was really, really cheap. As you can see here, this was the ad, and I put it up on my community post. So if you subscribed and you got notifications, you would have seen the notification. So if you purchase this fridge, you won't have any problems with it, like I never have. And I think this fridge will suit, if you've got a bush block, you've got a block of land, a weekender or something, this is perfect for that sort of thing. Like, would I buy this again? Yes, I really would. But that sums it up in 5.5 years of ownership of this fridge. Look, it'll make a great backup fridge at home. This is all this is for me now. A backup fridge at home, pretty much to put our beer in and just a bit of freezer space. And pretty much this is running off the solar system in the house. So basically costs nothing to run. It's just running off batteries, and that's how she runs. So it's not fancy. It doesn't have Wi-Fi. It doesn't need an app, or it doesn't need an update. Look, it just works. The bottom line is it works. And honestly, that's exactly what you want from a fridge. Okay guys, cheers. All the best, and I hope this video has helped someone out.